Coachella, the music festival where celebrities, influencers, and even that guy from your high school who now sells NFTs somehow gather in the same desert, is less about music and more about surviving the blazing heat in a tiny crochet top under the sun.
Justin Bieber, Hailey Bieber, and Selena Gomez in Coachella? Oh, we gotta talk about this.
Just when it seemed the biggest surprise at Coachella would be another Frank Ocean no-show, or someone tumbling off the Ferris wheel, boom, the universe threw a real plot twist. Justin Bieber and Selena Gomez at Coachella. Okay, not officially. Together, but definitely in the same dusty, bass-shaking, emotion-filled desert air. The ground was shaking. Emotions were thicker than the weed smoke, and there they were. Close enough to make the crowd lose its mind. And here's where it gets juicy.
You know, in the VIP section, then Selena Gomez comes out, bitch. And you know that one, back a few years ago that Justin Bieber got caught searching for Selena Gomez.
The energy completely shifted, multiple sources say, and the vibes were both flawless and complicated. Because let's be real, this wasn't just another awkward ex moment. This was Justin Bieber and Selena Gomez, the couple who raised an entire generation of teenage romantics and emotional roller coasters. When their eyes allegedly locked across the wild chaos of Coachella, it wasn't just a casual, hey, remember me moment. No, it felt like a full-blown silent indie movie scene, complete with slow-motion, heavy inner monologues, and these Weeknd's music playing somewhere in the background to make it even more dramatic. We're talking unspoken emotions, sparkles in the dusty air, a faint whiff of vanilla body spray, and layers of unfinished business thick enough to touch. You just know someone blinked a little too slowly, and honestly, we've all been there. You're dancing, feeling the music, sipping on that $22 lemonade that somehow tastes like both childhood and regret. And then, bam, the ex shows up. Not just any ex, but the ex. The one who made you write emotional poems at 2 a.m., the one your friends are still tired of hearing about, the one who somehow still short-circuits your nervous system, even though you've done the work, healed your soul, and moved on. Then suddenly, one glance undoes it all. And then there's Diplo dropping bass behind you. Iconic. This wasn't just a run-in, it was a glitch in the healing matrix. Justin and Selena bumping into each other at Coachella. It's the A-list version of seeing your ex at Target, if Target had lasers, fog machines, and a flower crown budget. But this time, instead of wearing sweatpants and pretending you didn't see them, you're in a mesh rhinestone dress, your brows are laminated, your heart rate's at 140, and you're trying your hardest not to drop your overpriced churro. In shock. So yeah, emotional? That's an understatement. It was a vibe, a plot twist, and a brief mental crisis wrapped in pastel festival aesthetics. Because these two, they've got history. Not the, oh, remember when we dated kind of history. No, we're talking tabloid-dominating, song-inspiring, fan-fiction-fueling kind of history.
Depression was my life for 5 years straight. Depression and anxiety was the forefront of everything that I did in my life.
Selena's casually dropping mysterious boyfriend teases on TikTok like, it's no big deal. But the Gelina chapter? Yeah, that one's still bookmarked in the group chat of our hearts. Because let's face it, when you have that much emotional history with someone, it doesn't just disappear. It lingers like glitter after Coachella. You try to wash it off, and 3 years later, it's still showing up on your cheek. So, what actually went down at Coachella? Was there a full-on dramatic stare down? Did someone drop their drink? Did Justin pull a baby and moonwalk away? Let's break it down. Sources from the Neon Carnival, where the VIPs go to escape the TikTokers, say Selena and Justin did see each other. It wasn't planned, wasn't staged, and no one fainted. But it was intense. Selena, there with a few close friends, reportedly locked eyes with Justin across the crowd. And yes, it was exactly as awkward and dramatic as you're imagining.
She doesn't even pay attention to me. Do ya? Married life.
Now, let's just take a second to appreciate how wild this is. These two haven't been seen at the same public event in years. And suddenly, they're 20 feet away from each other in the middle of a desert rave. surrounded by LED mushrooms, and people dressed like disco cowboys. If that's not peak 2025 energy, I don't know what is. And here's where it gets juicier. Right after the party, fans noticed Selena posted a pretty vague Insta story, just a soft selfie, a sparkle, emoji, and some acoustic guitar in the background. Meanwhile, Justin didn't post a thing. Suspicious? Maybe. Coincidence? Sure. But we all know the internet doesn't believe in coincidences. Alright, let's hop in our emotional time machine for a second. Rewind to the early 2010s, and Justin and Selena weren't just dating. They were defining young love in Hollywood. It was messy, it was magical. It was a full-blown teen drama series playing out in real time, with better hair, and with a much bigger budget. They were trying to build a relationship while also dodging paparazzi, dropping chart toppers, and surviving whatever Scooter Braun chaos was happening in the background. Honestly, it was a miracle they made it past lunch dates, breakup makeups, fan meltdowns, cryptic tweets. Repeat. It was the never-ending loop we couldn't stop watching, even if it hurt a little. But by 2018, the love story came to an official season finale.
I started beginning to gain that confidence when I went through a breakup, and that's something that was super public.
Justin tied the knot with Hailey. Selena healed, glowed up, dropped some hits, launched Rare Beauty, and basically became a self-love icon.
It's a time capsule of a period of my life where I look back and I actually feel bad for that version of myself.
And that, folks, should have been the end of the story. But this is Coachella, and Coachella doesn't do quiet exits. It thrives on emotional plot twists under neon lights. So here we are, years later, clean slates, new partners, and suddenly, boom. Justin and Selena are breathing the same overpriced desert air again. Did they talk? No one's confirmed. Did they cry? Not exactly. But did the emotional tension spike higher than a VIP wristband? According to several very curious insiders, oh yeah, because when the past comes strolling back in, wearing sunglasses and a vintage tee, it hits different. Of course, no Gelina. Update is complete without a peek at their current partners. Yes, they were both very much taken during this surprise Coachella crossover. Hailey Bieber, aka wife, model, skincare queen, and the internet's favorite eyebrow victim, wasn't spotted in the same area when Selena and Justin had their moment. She was doing her own thing, probably sipping something green and looking effortlessly flawless, and possibly dodging fan theories like dodgeballs. While the whole Selena versus Hailey fan war has calmed down lately, thank every social media manager for that, you just know people were watching Hailey's stories, hoping for any sign of a cryptic emoji or a perfectly timed mirror selfie. Now, on Selena's side, enter Benny Blanco. Yes, that Benny, the music producer, songwriter, cinnamon roll enthusiast, and now apparently the chillest boyfriend ever. Selena's made it clear that things are good. The Coachella moment was more than just a coincidence. It was a blast of nostalgia that hit harder than expected. After all these years, when Selena and Justin cross paths, it's impossible not to feel that pull back to 2012. It's like stepping into an old Tumblr post filled with memories of a different time. But what does this all mean? Is Gelina truly back? Probably not. But could this spark another hit single from Selena? Fingers crossed. Or perhaps this was just an emotional blip in the middle of the desert. Something fleeting. Regardless, the internet hasn't stopped buzzing about it, and neither have we. Was this simply an awkward Coachella run-in, or is there something deeper at play here? Maybe it's the unresolved tension, or maybe it's just that deep emotional history that never really goes away. Drop your thoughts in the comments. Was this a fleeting moment, or something more? Don't forget to follow for more celebrity deep dives, because in Hollywood, even the most subtle glance can tell a whole story. The drama, the energy, the emotions. It's what keeps us coming back for more.